What's up, everybody? My next guest on the Will Wonder Pod, former college athlete, originally from Inglewood, turned director, producer. He's also a father, a husband. JD Allen. JD, what's up, man?
Not much, man. Thanks for having me back on,
For sure. For those of you might recognize him from the Halloween episode we did, and I've been wanting to get him in here to do an actual interview to talk about his life, so thank you. Thank you for taking some time. I know you're busy.
No doubt.
You got comic books, you got movies going on. Again, a family.
Got to stay busy, man. Got to keep moving.
Yeah, for sure. From the jump, I want to do this. On the Will Wonder Pod, every episode we're celebrating hip-hop turning 50.
Okay.
So August 11th, 2023, it'll turn 50 years old. So give me an idea of what hip-hop means to you.
Hip-hop. To me, it means storytelling. Like back in the day, I think that was the way that we, told our stories and what was going on in our lives, in our community. So that's definitely what hip-hop was to me, man. I remember, being a kid, being in the back of my dad's truck, listening to Kumo D. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
When I was like 6, 7. Man. And, I go to work. You know what I mean? Like that's what hip hop is to me. Is it's the way we expressed ourselves, because we didn't talk about a lot of stuff, especially as men. We don't talk about a lot of stuff. But with hip hop, we use that as a outlet. You know what I'm saying? To talk about a lot of shit.
I love that. We're going to get into some more hip hop talk a little bit later, but I just like to start out that way just because it's a special year for hip hop. You know what I mean? 50.
Ooh, 50.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Let's start from the jump, man. So from Inglewood, California, what was life like for you growing up there?
Man, it was dope. Like, it was really just me and my mom, and around all my cousins and stuff like that. It was tight. It's what I was used to, but you know what I'm saying? I'm from the hood. But it was pretty dope, man. Like, I love life in Inglewood. Then I got into football, you know what I'm saying? When I was around 10, got into football. And from there, I just fell in love with football at a very young age.
Let's get to that, because when I was looking up information on you prior to this, saw you ran track, like you said, football as well. Any other sports besides those? You play any basketball, any baseball, anything like that?
I played basketball, I played baseball. I did everything.
Okay.
But football was something I think that I used to take out my anger. I use football to take out a lot of anger, and I could be myself on the field. And I remember one day I went to practice, and I was just working my butt off. I don't even know why I was working as hard as I did, but I was working my butt off. And I remember one of my coaches, he was like, "Damn, bro." He was like, "If you keep working like this, you're going to be something special." And that guy ended up getting killed. He was a gangbanger, but he was helping us out, talking to us, and he told me that, and that always stuck with me. If you keep working as hard as you're working right now, you're gonna be something special, and that always stuck with me. And then football just stayed in my blood.
Took over.
Oh yeah.
What age was that when that happened?
It had to be. It was my first year of football. It was like before we got our pads and everything, so I had to be like 11. Maybe.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay, so from the beginning, really.
Yeah, so somebody from the hood, said something that inspired me and stuck with me. And
That's great.
Helped me, to who I am.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who I am, for sure.
Growing up playing football, I know we're going to get to college in a little bit. You played DB, but was that what it was growing up? Did you kind of gravitate to that, or was it more you just went wherever the coaches told you?
Oh, yeah, my first year, because I didn't know. I just wanted to be out there hitting. I used to love hitting. So actually, my first year, man, I played linebacker. I was like rookie of the year. I was like the littlest kid out there. But, I played linebacker and running back. I was like the fastest and always hit the hardest. So I was always a pound-for-pound hardest hitter, like even my first year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, so I started off playing linebacker.
I love that.
Linebacker and running back.
What was high school like for you? Because you were pretty much a decorated athlete from everything that I had seen. Again, running track, playing football. Did that keep you busy, or were there other things that you did in high school to?
No, I was obsessed. I was obsessed with football. All my girlfriends, they used to always tell me I'm the worst boyfriend ever. It's because I was focused.
Yeah.
I was always focused on football and getting to like the next level.
Got it.
Always. So yeah, I was super obsessed with football. That took over everything. So high school, yep, me and the homies, we were just, trying to get to college and, get to the next level.
Stuck to that.
That's what was on my mind. Yep,
Yeah.
ever since I was a kid.
That's good, man, because a lot of times younger kids, they don't have a focus like that.
Exactly.
Like there's way too many where you hear, oh, he was a special athlete, but he just didn't apply himself or he didn't care.
And that's the crazy part because, like, I didn't have that person in my ear saying, oh, you need to do this or you need to do that to be better. Like, I
Right.
never had that. I was just always, I don't know why or how, but I was always determined to get to somewhere else. I was just always, focused.
Was it wanting to get out of, leave Inglewood and go other places, or was it just focused on wanting to play at that next level,
Yeah,
go to the NFL?
I just wanted to get to the next level. I wanted to get to the NFL.
Got
Like I remember I was 12. I told my mom I'd get her a house from playing football. You know what I mean? And I was young. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I was like super young, and my dad, he was there every once in a while. Or
Okay. Yeah, I was
every
gonna
other
ask about that.
weekend when
Yeah.
he comes around. You know what I mean? But I just wanted that for myself and for my mom.
That's great. Were your parents athletic? Did they play sports when they were younger?
Yeah, my dad, he did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he played football. He say he was, the Al Bundy
You know how dads
stories.
are, yeah.
But I don't know.
Al Bundy, that's
Yeah,
perfect.
but I know I was the first one to get like a scholarship to, play ball.
That's great. Let's move there, because when I was again reading up on you, it said there was offers, or you were being recruited. I don't know if it's necessarily offers, but being recruited from Oregon, USC, Iowa State, a bunch of schools. How the hell did you end up at BYU?
Crazy, right? I know, out of all schools. So after Inglewood High School, I went to a junior college. I went to LA Southwest, and I played 1 year. Then I tore my ACL. Yeah, so I think I played my second year at LA Southwest. I played one game, and I had SC in Oregon. That was my decision, out of SC in Oregon.
Man,
Then the second game, I tore my ACL. So I ended up getting that year back, but BYU, well, a lot of different schools wanted me.
yeah,
And BYU, they gave me an offer, and pretty much that was a year after, they were on TV all the time.
Right.
Luke Staley went off,
Yeah.
that year. And I was like, okay, I see a lot of TV slots. I'll be able to do my thing and shine and get out of there. And then everybody was like, don't go to BYU. they about to do you in. So,
Yeah.
but I went because I was focused. I was,
Yeah.
focused on getting in and get out.
Had you had a visit there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I took a visit. Yeah.
So that like I talk to a lot of people that move here from out of state, and a few people end up in Provo, and that's their first hello to Utah, right?
That's tough.
Yeah. What was that like for you, coming from out of state to Provo, Utah?
How real can we get on this show?
You can get as real. You can say anything you want,
So,
as long as you aren't worried.
man, I took a trip to Hawaii. I went out to Logan and Utah State.
Okay.
Came to BYU, and BYU was by far the wildest. I went even like wilder.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What
yeah,
the hell?
It was wild. so me and a couple other guys, we were like, what the heck?
Yeah, it
You
doesn't
know what
make
I'm saying?
sense.
Like,
yeah.
what? This is not everything that they were telling us. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I mean, SC, I went to SC, but yeah, BYU was by far like the wildest.
Wow.
Yeah,
I would never have thought that.
yeah. And that's the trap part of it, though.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Because, yeah, it.
Well, get into. I'd love to hear about your experience there. You know what I mean? Because it is. I didn't imagine that part,
Yeah.
it being
Oh,
wild.
yeah.
But your experience there in Provo, going to school at BYU, playing football, what was that like for you?
My first week of school, I was walking with one of my classmates. She was a black girl. And first week, probably 3 days in Provo, car drive by, you niggers.
Oh, my
And I was
God.
like, oh, what? This is real. That was my first time experiencing that.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was tough, like during the school portion of it, of the BYU experience. It was tough, but the football part of it, you know, like I was a lot of people favorite player and stuff like that. So that part of it was cool. Like the football part was real cool. Like I loved it. But like outside of it, when they can't see who you are, you know,
Yeah.
it was tough.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
This is 02, 03? What year is this?
02, 03, and 04.
Okay. Okay. I don't want to fast forward too fast through college, right? But that's wild that
It's crazy.
that happened. But at the same time, you know what I mean? It's disgusting America, you know what I mean?
yeah.
And a very it's a bubble out there. So that's why I was so shocked to hear you say the visit was wild.
Oh, the visit was wild. It was, but like I said, it was a trap.
Yeah.
Especially I was 19. You know, I'm
Right.
from LA. Just like it was a lot of other recruits, you know, came from LA or New York, like my roommates. And we were like, all right, bro, let's come here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but when stuff does hit the fan, and then it's like, oh, see, I told you, you're that guy, but it felt like a trap.
Yeah.
And we weren't protected, you know, like we should have been.
Right. That's tough. That's tough, man. You played at BYU 2 years. I want to pull up your second year there. You really had a good season.
My junior year.
Yeah, so you played 18 games total in 2 years, but in 03, 33 tackles, 4 sacks, a forced fumble. Then you decide.
No passes caught on me.
There you go.
Hey.
I always like to ask this. So my father-in-law played safety for the U in the 70s, right? So I always like to talk to him about guys he went up against. Who were some of the harder guys that you went up against as far as quarterbacks go?
Quarterbacks? College level or?
Yeah. Or none of them had shit. I'm playing.
Wow. Trying to think. I think the year we played Nevada, I forgot the name of that quarterback, but they had Nate Burleson.
Oh, okay.
That quarterback, he actually went off on us. Not on me because I didn't play. I was hurt that game, but I think he looked pretty sharp.
Wow.
Yeah, so he was pretty good. I played against a lot of teams.
Yeah.
None. Oh, you know what? We played against the championship SC team.
Matt Leinart.
Yeah, he was pretty good. Like
Yeah.
he didn't really go off on us until like the fourth quarter when it was out of hand because we had the worst offense in the. Yeah, we had the best defense, but we had the worst offense. So you know how that's going down. But yeah, he was pretty good. Almost had a sack on him. Barely slipped out, but
that's cool, man.
Yeah.
What's some of your, there's a lot of stuff in college that happens, but what's some of your more fond memories from different games or even just the experience of college itself?
The brotherhood, man. Like I love so football, the whole brotherhood. I absolutely love it. Like so many different experiences, different people coming from different cultures, different backgrounds, and we just come together like for one goal. I always loved that, and basically that's how I got into film. Like missing that brotherhood because I got to put a team together from all these different backgrounds and walks of life and bring them together for one goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get into that. We're gonna bounce around a little bit.
Let's do it.
Let's go back to. I mean, you and I had talked previously on the Halloween pod about movies that you liked. You're a big horror guy, but initially, when did you start to think like, I would like to do something with movies? You were so focused on football growing up, but was there ever a thought as a kid that that's something that you would entertain?
I used to love watching movies, but I never thought I could make a movie as a black man. Like I never knew that I could be a director, even though I was, right by Hollywood. Like I never knew that I could do that. So I was a movie buff. I remember that movie Mike Tyson, played by Michael Jai White.
Yeah.
And then I watched the Ninja Turtles, and I was probably like 6, I don't know, 5. Anyway, I was watching Ninja Turtles, and I spotted Michael Jai White like as one of the clans, and I was like, I know that, as a kid, I'm like, so I pay attention, even when I was younger, but I never ever thought about like actually doing that as a kid.
Them.
Oh yeah, I was so focused. Well, back then I was focused on drawing. I did used to draw a lot and tell my stories, like tell stories through my drawings. But I never knew I could tell stories through movies or film.
Yeah. So that's how we get into these comic books. Some of your old drawings. That's dope. All right, let's take a step into family life. I'm gonna try to bring everything together here in a little bit. I know you have you're in a blended family, is what you had called it, right? How many kids do you and your wife have together?
Together, so I have 4.
Okay.
She has 4, and
Okay.
we have 1 together. So all together we have 9. Whew. And we have a proctor kid. So
Wow. How do you guys sleep ever?
yeah, man. Yeah, we gotta hold it down, put it down in the household. 8:00. Okay, y'all relax. It's mommy and daddy time.
Man, me and my wife are like, all right, I need to go to bed. Okay, take your ass upstairs, put yourself to bed.
Yeah, bro, that sounds like cake right there. Only one, huh?
Well, yes, it does compared to what you have.
Yeah, but our oldest is 19, so you know what I'm saying. Yeah, so
Okay.
we have some older ones.
When did you have your first child? How old were you?
I was 26. I had my oldest son.
Okay. I love asking dads this question. When he was born, if you can remember, right? Mm-hmm. In that moment, what went through your head?
Easy. Life isn't all about me. That's when I had my son, I figured out that life isn't all about me anymore. Mm-hmm. So I sacrifice everything. Yeah. Pain, feelings, like I sacrifice everything, like for my kids.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
That's easy.
Your kids do quite a bit, or at least help with the films. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I put them in.
Put them all
because, like I said, when I was little, I didn't know I was able to do all this.
Yeah.
So I take them on sets. My oldest son, when I did music, because that was the way of storytelling for me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like my oldest son, he was always on music videos with me or in a recording studio with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I want them to see that they could do anything they want.
Yeah.
Because kids will usually be what they see.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, I love that. I want to go back to being done at BYU junior year. You end up signing on with the Bengals, right? Was there thoughts in your head of being drafted, or what did that look like?
Oh, it was horrible. Like a horrible year. 2004, got suspended from BYU.
Okay.
Like I said, the whole trap thing.
Yeah.
You know, when shit goes sour, it's just, you know, be like, oh, okay, they got us.
Yeah.
And so I got suspended for 2 semesters, but realistically, you know, I was going into my senior year, so that's basically the football season for me.
Right.
And, you know, some guys got my roommate, you know, that was on a recruiting trip with me, he ended up getting expelled.
Damn.
And, you know, I think it was like 8 players got in trouble around that year.
Mm.
You know the year. It was all over the news and everything.
Yeah.
Just craziness, you know. It made sense to why, you know, when I was walking down the street, why they hated us. Like, everything started to make sense. Because, you know, I remember I was out with somebody, and on the news came on, and it had a picture of me and my roommate, the starting running back. And you know what I'm saying? On the news, like, they don't know the story, but they put it out there.
Right.
And that was the last time I watched the news, because I got it. I got the media. I got it. It all made sense of why they hated us so much, and that was it.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know.
Just put it out there.
Yeah. So that was the last time I watched the news, and still to this day I don't watch the news because I know a lot of it is just, you know, false and just not the truth.
Yeah. And especially now, like 04 was a time where obviously there was the internet, right? But it wasn't to the point like it is now with social. Now it's like everyone just tries to they don't even care if it's real, it's not real, or what their sources are. It's just, I got to put this shit out now.
Yep. So true story. About 6-7 years after that, I started working at this place, just like, man, what the heck am I doing in my life? I was working, and this one guy, he was like, yeah, my daughter, she's a journalist. She's a big-time journalist now. She's in New York. And she was like, yeah, she was the one that put out the news report on them football players at BYU. And I was like, oh, really? I was like, oh.
Okay.
my heart started pounding. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, what, really? Like, what happened? And she was like, oh, basically he said that she didn't want to put out the story because like she knew it wasn't true, but BYU made him put it out. Like they made him put it out, and he was like, yeah, now she's this big time journalist, and I finally broke down. I was like, okay, that's tight. I'm glad that she's doing good because that football player was me, and he just shut down and he moved and he didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Like he felt bad because he said that she knew it wasn't real but they told her that she had to put it out.
Right.
Because so
And then the thing is like that initial story everywhere.
Yep.
Any type of follow up, not so much.
Yep.
Because why? You know what I
Yep.
mean? People aren't watching that shit.
Yeah, so people like hear the story, but they never, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's a lie.
Yeah.
And she had to, tell the truth, and she did say, "Oh yeah, I lied. It was,
Yeah.
But you're not gonna hear about that. You know
Right.
what I mean? So,
Exactly.
So yeah, I thought that was like pretty interesting. But like from all that, like I get it why it's so much hate. Because I've been through a lot in Provo.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy out there, and I told my sons like. I wouldn't. Nah.
You're not going out there.
Nah.
I don't give a shit if they give you a full ride.
Oh, my sons are, man. They're all like super athletic.
Yeah.
Man.
That's what DeMar told me when I had him on the show. He's like, they are ridiculous.
I said BYU.
No. Yeah. That's good because I want to root for them and I can't root for BYU. No offense to, you know what I'm saying, when you went there, but it just is in my family, we can't do it.
Yeah. Hey, but my boy Gennaro, he's still out there coaching, man. Head off to you, man. So I do try to watch because my boy Gennaro coaching.
Okay.
But their defense was too horrible this year, man.
Yeah.
It hurts my stomach to watch that crap.
Yeah.
But
And that quarterback's bouncing, I believe, trying to go to the NFL.
Oh,
Yeah.
is he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We'll see. You know what I mean? You never know. Speaking of NFL, talk to me about your time with the Bengals. What was that like for you?
Man, it was my dream.
Yeah.
My dream. I got there. It wasn't the way I wanted to get there, but I got there.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have rather been at BYU. How crazy does that sound? Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Why is that?
Because if I would have played my last year, my senior year, everybody was already looking at me at the time.
Yeah.
I would have got drafted.
Mm-hmm.
And timing was just bad. You know what I'm saying? Because while mini camp started that year, I was still at BYU. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So when I signed with Cincinnati, I signed this contract, and I'm like, I'm worth what the heck? Like I'm like for real. That was me back in the how old was I? Just turned 20, I think. I had just turned 20. So I was like the youngest player. I had just turned 20, but I signed my contract and I was mad. And it's weird, I'm from the hood. I ain't got nothing. I'm used to not having nothing, but I knew my worth.
Yeah.
I knew how much work I put in. And in training camp, it was tight. Like I was out there working my butt off. Coaches would be like, "Oh man, way to hustle," because that's what Mendenhall taught us. On the field, we nonstop. So it was tight. Like the experience was tight. Been around a lot of rich dudes that just really care about money. I was just like, what the that? That's not.
It's
like
tough.
I didn't feel that. But Ocho Cinco, he was dope. Like he was dope. I love working with him.
He seems like a really cool dude.
Yeah, I slung him once in practice. All the coaches almost ran at me. I slung him with my index finger, and all the coaches, hey, that's their money. It was funny. I'm just like, I'm like, okay, that's what it is.
Yeah.
But he's dope. He's always talk a lot of shit.
Oh, I can imagine. So it doesn't work out with Cincinnati, right? When that happens, what's going through your mind? What is your plan?
Woo, man. I was just thinking like, wow, they got me, but I had to figure it out. I was trying to get back into football. After a while, I did the arena thing. I didn't want to because, again, I'm like,
Right.
I want to play arena ball. I need some big money. I know what I'm worth, but then I was missing it too much. So after a couple years, I started playing arena football. I did that for a minute.
Was that here in Utah or where was that? Okay.
Yep. Played for what was it out here?
Blaze?
Utah Blaze.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I played for the Utah Blaze. I think I was like second in tackles that year.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like second in tackles. I think first or second in pass breakups or something like that. But yeah, it was fun, man. Like, oh, I missed it. It was fun, but that's around the time I had my son.
Okay.
So yeah, that was a good crazy year.
Decided to stop playing with them. Like, so I remember the Arena League, right? But I didn't pay a ton of attention to it. Like around that time, I'm like 18, 19-ish,
Okay.
right? Trying to figure out who the hell I am, number one. But what is that like, that the arena football life like? Obviously, we know the NFL, it's, total different story, but as far as like practices
Yeah.
and can you treat the Arena League as a career? Like,
Wow. I'm glad you asked this because it's a crazy story, bro. So I was working at this one company down in Springville, right? So I used to work there for about 6 hours. I was good with my boss, and he would let me leave. He would let me leave after 6 hours to drive all the way to Salt Lake to practice. And I would do that every day. And I just had my son. Well, like we had our son, and his mom was actually going through depression because what she went through, when she was younger.
Okay.
So I had to sometimes leave work to go watch him because she mentally couldn't do it.
yeah.
So it was around that time, it was a lot. I still had to work and take care of my son and try to practice. So
It's a lot.
It was tough, man, but it was like worth it. That's what I'm saying. Like my life isn't just about me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it wasn't. I had to do what I had to do at the time to try to do what I could do.
Right. You end up so no more Arena League, right? Stop playing there. You talked briefly about music, doing music.
Oh yeah.
So how long did you do that?
Let me see. That had to be around the same time I was doing arena football.
Okay.
Yeah, because I used to. That's the only way. That was my outlet. The way I, got a lot of pain out. So I did music around that time. So I did it maybe around 3 years. I actually started going to schools out in Ogden and talking to kids.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I did this. So I worked with I think it was called American Foundation, where we did an album. Me and Royce Music. Yeah, we did an album for kids. It was
Wow.
It was weird, but
Yeah.
but it was a good cause. You know,
Like
what I mean?
having them help you with the music, or the music was for them?
Yeah, it was
Got it.
for kids. So it was cool because get to go to schools and like rap to kids.
Yeah.
And, my boy singing and rapping and talk to them, and it was a cool experience.
That's fun.
So that's what I did with music.
Yeah.
Around I think probably half a year after arena football.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. How do we get a hold of that EP?
I'm not gonna tell you. Can't get that one. That's locked away.
Listen, when you make it big, like really, really big, I'm gonna come back like Nardwar, and I'm gonna have that bitch just remember this CD. I love that. I love that.
That's crazy. Yeah, my boys already be trying to clown me. Like he'll find. I remember Musa found the CD, or Liz, she found the CD and was like, "Oh, okay, here we go." Posted it. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
yeah. We actually performed on a summer jam one year out here.
Really?
Like, yeah, yeah.
Dang.
Crazy. Yep.
That's fun, man. I mean, it's cool that you were doing it. It's for kids, right? Because some families aren't into letting kids listen to hip hop or rap music because of the language, right? I remember when I was younger, again, my brother was 10 years older than me. So I heard everything, luckily, right? And I got put on to everything. But when he moved out, I remember asking my mom to buy CDs for me, and she would buy them, but then she would hear it and be like,
"Nope.
Okay, we got to get the edited." And I'd be like, "God damn." I'd learn all the words, but it would cut stuff out. So I'd be like, "Okay, I don't know exactly what they said there, but I'm just going to make it up."
That's funny. So all my music wasn't it was just that one album for kids. But it was fun. It was like a fun year, man.
Yeah, that's cool. And then Summer Jam too. How many people say they get to touch any Summer Jam stage?
That's what I'm saying. Life is about experiencing. Learning and experiencing. So
let's get into directing, because I think if I remember correctly, talking to you before, doing the music kind of led you to directing because you wanted to shoot your own music videos, or you wanted to shoot someone else's. How did that come to be?
So music, I love music, of course. Like I love writing and stuff like that, but I hated performing. I'm not a performer. I don't like being in front of the camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd rather be behind. So me and my actually Prozic, we were doing our music video. No, yeah, we had somebody shoot our music video in Cali, and we just watched the whole setup. We watched how they did it, and we looked at each other. Was like, hey, I think we could do this. Yeah.
Wow.
So we shot our own music video like 3 months later, and then from there, like I just started loving it, man. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I think this is it.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was my calling.
Got it.
Yeah.
So is that how you? Obviously, we have a mutual friend, Damar. Is that how you met Damar doing
Through music.
Music?
I think I did his wife music video. Oh no. I did Jay Young's.
Okay.
I shot Jay Young's music video. Then I met Damar. He came through. He was in it. Then I met his wife. Then I met all these different people through music, the music scene. Yeah, because like I said, music is our outlet, the way we express a lot. So I started meeting a lot of different people through music, and then, that's
love
it
that.
right there.
He, I always make this joke, and I might have already said this to you, but I used to always have bets with my friend that I was in a group with, because I would DJ and my friend rapped, and we made the beats together, wrote the songs, and we would always have a bet because we did so many shows with Damar when he was with CSE that I would say, okay, let's set a time. Is he going to take his shirt off before 2 minutes of the set or after? Let's just, you know what I mean, $10-15 just to make it interesting. Because that
Was
dude
it before?
always had
Yeah.
his shirt off.
He ready. He always ready. He stay ready, man.
You know what I mean? If
Oiled
the-
up and everything.
Yeah, if the set's going kind of slow, he's like, all right, I got to get there. Oh, man. And none of us could do that, you know what I mean? Because we all were a little soft.
That boy stay ready, boy.
Yeah. So doing the music videos, I want to say when I was looking up your IMDb, you're credited with 12 directing jobs. I don't know, what would you call it? It's not a job, right? Like you directed these either films, short films,
Hey, man,
or
if you're doing
series.
something you love, it ain't a job.
That's true. 12 gigs? No, I'm playing. Because a lot of them are under Inglewood Films, right? So it's your own thing. Yep. How does Inglewood Films come together? Because I know bringing Damar into it, bringing your friend Musa, all these different people. How does Inglewood Films start? Out of doing music videos, essentially.
Wow. So it started doing music videos. Then I met Chappelle Griggs. Then I met Damar. Then from that, got into more filming, like short films. Then I met Musa. And we just came through and was like, hey, I got this idea. And we started hitting each other with ideas. And from ideas, I'm the type, if I think of something, if I start something, like I have to finish. I want to finish. That's the mindset in me. Like I always want to get stuff done. If I try it, I'm not going to half commit and do something. I'm going to go all the way. And that's what it was. And they seen that. And from there, we just became that brotherhood, like a good team.
Yeah. Was Fear Level the first, like, full-length film?
Oh, yeah, that was the first feature film.
Okay. Before that, you had a couple of shorts.
Yep. So before that, I did a horror short film called Don't Let Her Out. And before that was my very first short film called Afro Black. You know what I'm saying? So everything was just learning. So Fear Level, like I didn't know anything about audio, lighting, like anything. So that was my film school.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, let me get two Sony cameras.
Right.
And okay, let's try this. Hey, you not a boom? You want a boom?
Yeah.
You want a boom? You know what I'm saying? It was like that. And that's how we shot it. But we got it done. So, like, I see a lot of shitty movies. And but the thing is, like, I have so much respect because to get a film done,
yeah, I can't
it's
imagine.
ridiculous. Yeah, it's crazy. It's a lot of work. So, like, I know that. So, me learning, like, on my first feature film, like, I'll go back and look at it and be like, oh, man, like, I I'm happy because it's like, dang, I got this done. Like, I didn't even know. I see a scene that I did. It was like, oh, man, I should have shot it this way. But
Sure.
I have no idea. And it still looked pretty, you know, it looked like cool. So just learning, man. Like, I learned a lot from short films and the first feature film. And, you know, and I try to progress. Like, every project, just make sure everyone is, like, better.
Yeah. Obviously, feature films would take a longer period of time, right, shooting. But other than that, is there a difference between a short film and a full-length film, in your opinion?
Yes, because a short film, you're trying to tell a story within a little bit of time. So you have to be a really, really good storyteller to tell a condensed story in a small amount of time. So that's the difference of short film. So if you see a really good short film, just know that, man, that's some good writing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that goes into pre-production, you know what I'm saying, post-production. So yeah, real good short films, that's, you know, it takes a lot of good work, like writing work.
When you're making these movies, we'll just go with Fear Level, for example. I know you have your fingerprints on a lot of the film, most of the film, right? Are you writing? Because Fear Level is in a sense like a couple of different short stories, right? Yep. Are you writing all of those? Is it the team that's writing it? What does that look like?
So I come up with the story idea, and then I got other writers because I like. Remember I said about the brotherhood. I like collaborating. I'm not. Put my name here, my name just pop up like, do. Oh, let me be in front of the camera now. Like, that's not, I don't care about all that. So I got other people that never even wrote before. So Fear Level, it was a lot of first time of everything. And that's what I love, though. Yeah. I love, you know, years down the line, people would be like, oh, man, I worked on your set, was the first time. You know what I mean? That's dope because I'm giving opportunities to other people while giving the opportunities to myself. Yeah. So I think I got like 5 different writers on there. So we came up with the story. Then I was like, oh, okay. How about you write a story about a succubus? And you know, and then like they give it to me, and then I'll revise it or whatever I need to do to make it, you know, fit the film. But I got collaboration on this.
Okay. Is horror your favorite? Is that your favorite to make? Because you haven't just made horror films, obviously, but it seems like, I mean, you've made them, you know what I mean? And that you don't, there's so many people or so many horror films out there, but to make them and to make them good, I think you have to have kind of a love for that genre. Yeah. So.
Yeah, you got to, it depends on what type of horror because it's so many different types. Dang. Like with Fear Level, it was, like I said, it was our first film. So with that, I really wanted to get it done. I really wanted to, you know, try to tell a story and try to make it make sense, even though it was a lot going on. Yeah. And so with that, I learned a lot, and I'm putting all that into Algia, what I learned from Fear Level. So now, like, I want to get this cinematic aspect. I want to make it feel like an American Horror Story or like this dope message that will make us feel and think something. Yeah. So yeah, you gotta definitely love horror, but you gotta know how to tell stories. You have to be a good storyteller. And like I said, I tell stories like through music still, of course, because music and sound bites is a super huge part of filmmaking. Right. And you know what I'm saying? All this stuff, like I didn't know when I was doing Fear Level. So
yeah, a score, the sound can make or break
everything. Yep. So like I do all that. I'm actually I was working on Algia today, and just the little itty bitty sounds that you probably notice, or you might notice, notice a sound bite from over here, right? Or a surround sound over here, or down low, or like all that stuff matters.
Oh, for sure.
So yeah, that's what I know, and that's why editing is so tedious. But I love it because. Like, it's hard, and not a lot of people can do it.
No. I mean, like I told you before we started, I'm like, this shit's driving me crazy. I have 2 cameras. We're not moving, but editing is a motherfucker.
Yeah, it should be easy. All you got to do is line it up.
It should be. JD, it should be. No, I'll get there. That, to be honest with you, I've only done 2 of my edits or 3 of my edits so far, and I'm getting quicker at it. The first time I sat down with it post our Halloween episode, I was like,
Oh, you did that?
yeah.
Okay.
But I was like, Premiere, okay, I hadn't used Premiere Pro since that, and Dre had given me a tutorial. But then when I sat down again, in my head, I was like, I can just pick this back up. What the hell does that do again?
Damn. I never used Premiere though.
What do you use?
I use Final Cut Pro.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm hearing a lot of people use that as well.
Yeah.
Premiere Pro, to me, we're going to get into some shit here, obviously, but Premiere Pro, to me, there's so much you can do with it, and I'm using 8%. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure Final Cut is that way as well, but, oh, man.
It's a tool.
Yeah.
So I tried Premiere like once, but I was like, I was already used to Final Cut Pro. But
Okay.
if I would have started with Premiere,
Yeah.
then that would have been my tool that I use.
Right.
But yeah, so it's all the same, pretty
Yeah.
pretty much. But is what you're used to and what you're quicker at.
Right, right.
So
I'm not quick at it either, so you know what I mean. We'll see what happens. But so editing, so you're doing all the final editing as well. What don't you do on these movies? Like, what is something where you're like, yeah, I don't touch that part.
So the special like visual effects.
Okay.
My boy Tarek Saran, he's a beast. Like he does. He's doing the visual effects. I'm doing like the little visual effects, that I could do.
Right.
But he does like the 3D tracking and all that, the fire coming out this guy's mouth, and
Wow.
like he does all the special effects. His first film project was Saya.
Okay.
We won the visual effects awards. Best VFX. So that's what I'm saying. Like I love that. Be able to say, oh yeah, the first film project was with Inglewood Films.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I do sound bites because I like to tell a story through music. So I always like to find the right music and the right sounds. But then when it's all done, I will send the sound off to get mastered. I don't do the mastering.
Yeah. No, thank you. I wouldn't want to do that either. Like we said the sound is so important. It made me think of John Carpenter. And when they first showed Halloween, you already know this, as we talked before, but Halloween's my favorite, right? So when they first show Halloween to a test audience, nobody's scared, but there's no music. There's nothing. And then I guess 2 weeks later, he throws that in there, just that simple, and totally changed everything.
Changes everything.
Yeah.
It's about the little details.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yep.
I love that. I love how passionate you are about it. I can't imagine how, again, we talked about everything being tedious in the editing, but I can't imagine how. Are you ever satisfied with something? Like, are you ever like, okay, this is cool. I'm good with this now.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I look back at Fear Level, and I'm not like, oh, bro, why you do it like this and that? No, like I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. Like okay, that was me learning, but that was dope how I did that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sad. I get satisfied. You know what I mean? I know I could have done better, but at the time, that was my best.
That was okay.
But you know what I mean? So, yeah. I just take my time. Like I take my time and go slow by slow. Like if it's a right foot step, I try to make sure that sound is perfect. And then when he steps left, I try to make sure, you know what I'm saying? Like the little bitty details, that's what I focus on.
Right.
You got to be obsessed with. That's what I'm saying. You can't have commit, man. You got to You got to go all in. If you're gonna do something, do it.
Yeah.
Do it right. The first time.
Yep.
If not the first time, make sure it's the second time.
Make sure you clean that shit up.
Yep. Not the second time, make sure it's the third.
If you want, and then if not, just do something else. So Algia is on the way. Like I know we talked about it in October. We watched that preview. Where are you at with Algia now?
Post-production is getting there. I got the whole film together. Now I'm condensing it. Now I go over and look, watch it like 100 times, scene by scene. Oh, let me add a knock at the door right here. Let me make the knock a little louder right here. So I do all that before I send it off to sound. So yeah, it's getting there though, man. It looks, oh man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, from where we came from. Like I'm super, super happy.
Yeah. Do you have people that you have watch it? Like at this point, with you making these final touches and doing stuff like that, do you show it to your family? Do you show it to, the team at Inglewood? or do you just say, you know what, this is me at the end, and I'm going to send it when I'm done?
That's a good question. So I hate when people like looking over my shoulder while I edit because that's like, bro, like, come on, yeah, I can't edit like that. So I send it. I send like clips. I don't send the whole thing because people that doesn't know editing, they'll be like, oh, why you didn't do this? Oh, what about this? And it's like, bro, first of all, this is a oneer shot.
Yeah.
So, I hate explaining, like filmmaking stuff. So I wait till it's all done and I got the sound bites. Then I send them a clip and be like, okay, what you think about this or this? And then, I take those. I take like, opinions from that. And then when the whole film is together, we'll get together like, the main folks and we'll check it out.
Okay.
And watch it and,
Yeah. You got an idea of when it's coming out?
So now I'm thinking I'll be finished with post-production work in maybe 3 weeks.
Okay.
2 to 3 weeks. Then I'm sending it off to get mastered, and then still just talking to distribution. I've been having distribution meetings and talks for maybe 6 months now that won't Algia. So
Okay.
I'm just trying to find the right deal and the right people.
So when you say distribution, is that like, for people that don't know, me being included, what type of companies would that be? Like, is it like when you go watch a film, it says so-and-so presents, or is it like Sony Pictures? Like, what is it? What is a distribution?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like Sony or Paramount or, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So trying to get it into the right hands. And
Got it.
usually you need like an agent, like a good sales agent, and then they would, do all that work. So we had one company that wanted Algia for 10 years, like a 10-year deal. And I'm like,
I didn't know it was like that.
oh,
Okay.
yeah. Well, some companies, but I'm
Yeah.
like, no, like, no, thank you. I'll wait. Like,
Yeah.
because I could do distribution myself. Like, all my films are on maybe 15 different platforms in 25 different countries. And that's for me learning to distribute myself.
Okay.
So I know distribution as far as, to put out little stuff. But Algia, I definitely want to put this in the right hands and get it out.
Got it.
Get it out there and,
Yeah.
where it should be.
Is that a hard process with your other films? Because I know you have some on like Amazon, you have them on Tubi, different places like that. Is that difficult, or is it more just having a conversation with that company, or how does that work?
It's not hard, man. If you willing to put in the time to invest in yourself, nah, man. Like, you gotta like do stuff to pass quality checks and make sure the audio is good. You got to go through companies and submit it and basically just pass the quality checks.
Got it.
And then they'll pick it up if
Okay.
it's good enough.
Yeah.
Or even if it's not good enough, sometimes if it's, because a lot of platforms need content.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why you see all these new platforms now. They need content.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Okay. What's the so the goal with Algia, get it picked up by a bigger distributor, and then are you wanting something like movie theaters? Are you wanting some? Okay.
that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a movie theater release, but if not, a big platform like a HBO Max or
Right.
That's the goal. That's the plan. That'll be, starting from fear level to
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
It's
That'll
huge.
be that'll be awesome. So that's
I think what's so interesting about film now, like I was like you, I would go to movies, I would watch movies, I would go to movies constantly. I still love going to the movie theater. I don't do it as much with my son, obviously, because like
How old is he?
he's 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But like
understandable.
sometimes I'll even go by myself. My wife will be like, yeah, just go. Like I'm cool not seeing Halloween. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I want to go see it. But it feels like so many movies now are either just straight to a streaming platform, or they go to the theater, they're there for like 2 weeks, and then on
Crazy,
to
right?
HBO Max or these different Peacock,
It changed.
Yeah.
It changed big time. Remember, we had to wait like 4 or 5 months before we got it on DVD.
Oh, yeah.
After
Or even
their-
like
their actual
VHS
release.
when we were younger,
Yep.
Yep.
So that's what I'm saying. These platforms, man, sometimes they're paying, like Netflix or HBO Max
Yeah.
or Hulu, like they're
Yeah.
paying to get these films because they want good content on their platforms.
And it's constant too.
Yeah.
Constant.
I I was watching this movie called, it's called Skin of Mink or something. Skin of Mink.
Okay.
Have you heard of it?
No, no.
Yeah, it's weird. Anyway, like their budget was like 15,000, and they gross in a theater like 2 million, right? And I'm just looking like, man, that's tight.
Yeah.
So I put this movie on. It's on Amazon. So I put it on, and I said, "What, bro?" I had to turn it off, and I was like, "Okay, I'll come back and try it again tomorrow." I put it on, and I
Give it a
said,
second chance.
But the thing is, they got a sale agent or something. So
Got
it's all
an
about
uncle that works somewhere.
Man, I'm like, so it's money that could be made, cause like $15,000 budget, and the gross 2 million in a movie theater, and that mean in a DVD or platforms, it's probably be another million or two. That's crazy.
That makes me think of this for your films. Like, are they all just financed like you and the team? Do you go out and get investors? What is that like?
So of course, starting off, you have to invest in yourself.
Yeah.
Nobody gonna invest in you if you're not investing in yourself.
Right.
So how I was able to, like, I own all my equipment, and how I was able to do that is because I was shooting music videos. So everything or commercials or promos or I shoot all this stuff, weddings that I definitely hate shooting, right? All this shit.
It's good
that I
money
hate
though.
shooting.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah.
But I hated it. But anyway,
Yeah.
that's how I was able to buy my equipment after all these years. Then from there, I'll shoot music videos or weddings to, shoot my Afro Black, or to shoot, all these short films, and I invest in myself. And then from there, people start seeing what we were doing, winning all these awards.
Right.
And then they like, oh man, here's 1,000, here's another 1,000 for like the shoebox. Like I was able to, I think probably shoot that with maybe 12,000. Okay. And we got like maybe 4,000 worth of, investments.
Okay.
From that, maybe 5. But you know what I'm saying? And then from there, continue, and it grows. Then Algia, we got, some investors came. I started shooting it. I shot it with my own money at first to show what it's gonna look like.
Right.
And then they were like, I want to be a part of this. Like I want to be a part of this.
Yeah.
And maybe got like 6 or 7 different investors. People hitting me up from out of state saying that they want to invest in it, but they want to act in it too.
Oh, okay.
So here go, 1,500 or 1,000 if I could act in it and invest in it. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like it's dope, but you can't get that if you don't invest in yourself, and you can't get that if you're half committed.
Right.
So it's super important to be committed to you. You know what I'm saying? Believe in your dream, because if you don't believe in your dream, ain't nobody else gonna believe in your shit.
100%.
So
I love that, man. That's inspirational. That being here right now with you, right? Like, obviously, almost all of this shit is mine. We're in Dre's studio. Shout out to Dre. All Rock Media. Ooh. With that said, though, like, it just seeing people be able to do something from from where you started to where you are now and where you're going to continue to go, it's inspirational, man. So congratulations on what you're doing now. But I know you're not. It's not the end, obviously.
Appreciate
or
you,
the
man.
or the pinnacle.
Us, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
I see what you're doing, and I love it.
Thank you.
Like I tell you all the time, man, I love what you're doing. Like, we need this. We need a voice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you for coming on, man.
Yeah.
Last question in regard to film. Obviously, you're focused on Algia now. How many other projects are you working on in one way or another?
We're working on it, man. We're trying to get the right script actually right now. Musa Aiden, DeMar Jones, Shaina, they're working trying to get the right script. We have a couple scripts right now that is getting some treatment done to it.
Okay.
But we're trying to put out the right stories, like the right messages, because that's what we need, man. You know what I'm saying? We need to put out the right story. We don't want to put out no bullshit.
Right.
What was that for? Was it just for entertainment, or was it, for us getting our stories, telling our stories?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we definitely trying to get the right script next. While I do post-production, they're doing their due diligence and, finding the next big one.
What I don't know why I just thought of this question, but let's say some company comes to you, some production company comes to you with a good bag, right? A decent amount of money, but it's bullshit. The film's bullshit. Are you taking it?
What's the film?
That's a great question. I don't know. I don't, but just something that you're not necessarily interested in, but the money's good. At this point in your career, right now, you taking it or no?
It depends if they could let me shoot their bullshit film, but then invest in
Future.
No, I have a lot of scripts that I want to finish.
Oh,
like
gotcha.
a lot of projects that I want to finish. So if they would let me shoot their bullshit and then give me another bag to shoot my shit.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm taking it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it has to be a deal. Like okay, I do this for this, but let me get 100,000 so I could finish this.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with that. Yeah, I like that. Let's do this real quick. Talk to me about these comic books, man, because I think it's very cool. Like, who has a comic book? You know what I mean? So exactly. How did these come to be? How did you make this happen?
Thinking outside the box. I always think outside the box. I always want to be different, do something different, market different. So Afro Black, you know what I'm saying? It's about marketing.
Yeah.
You get this Afro Black, but like that's my first short film ever.
Yeah.
Like that's the first one. The comic book goes hand in hand with the short film. So after people, check this out, they can be like, oh, let me watch Afro Black and see what's going on. You know what I mean? And Saya, like, dude, this film is, man, it's probably viewed so much on, I think it's 15 different platforms. This short film.
Yeah.
Sci-fi action film. And I think I was watching I was listening to a podcast and they were like, the hardest film to do is a sci-fi film. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
So that's how I came up with Saya and I did it. So life is just about doing stuff. Not just doing it, but like fully committed.
Yeah.
And, fully going all in and getting it done. So Saya comic book, Afro Black comic book. Yeah, get it.
I love that. We're getting once Algia comes out, are we going to get an Algia comic book?
Nah, that's not I don't think that's like a comic
okay.
book.
All right. You know what I mean? Again, just more marketing. I don't know. If you do, let me know. I'll buy one.
Bet, yeah, Algia too dang long.
Yeah, it's a comic book series then. Yeah, a couple different comic books.
Yep.
All right, man. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get into some rapid fire questions. Now, some of these can be like a quick answer. You're not gonna have to give any context. Some of them you're gonna have to give some context. So let me pull these up.
Okay.
Because unfortunately I didn't memorize them. The first one's always a softball, super easy. You got 24 hours to live. What's your last meal?
Enchiladas.
Okay. What are you drinking?
Corona.
There you go. I was going to say, don't say water. You know what I mean? It's your last meal. Okay. Stranded on an island for a year. You only get to listen to 3 albums. What are they?
Wow. Illmatic. The Game's first album.
Documentary. Mm-hmm.
And Snoop's first album.
Okay, Doggy Style. Man, so documentaries 04, I think, or 05, 04. Damn it, I'm going to mess that up. But that's like prime college years for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See?
And being from California as well.
That's what kept me in Cali, basically, because I was out here dealing with like a gang of stuff.
Yeah, all the bullshit. Yeah. Okay, I love those. Yep. I love those 3 albums. That's a perfect 3. All right, one movie you would want to direct the remake of.
Damn. Training Day.
Oh, woo. Shit. Who's starring? Yeah.
Huh?
Who's starring in the? That's tough,
man. But still got to keep Denzel in there. He still got it.
He's back. Yeah. Oh man, woo. You're in the office. All right. Okay. You go back to your 18-year-old self. You right now. What are you telling him?
Don't let nobody hold you down. If you could look up, you could get up. Straight up.
I love that. Horror film fan. Again, I really appreciate you coming through on the Halloween episode. We hadn't met prior to that, but we had a lot of fun. At least I did. Give me 3 horror films against that you think everyone should see, in your opinion.
Okay. Wow. Of course, The Exorcist, the first one. That's the scariest damn film ever. Like The Exorcist, The Conjuring. I love the whole Conjuring series, man. Is fire. They killed that. And so many. I would say the old school Freddy, man.
Yeah.
The Freddy series.
The first Nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Conjuring. Exorcist is being remade coming out this year.
What?
The same people who did Halloween.
Okay.
What is I'm going to forget their names now, but same team that did Halloween is doing The Exorcist. So I'm scared a little bit for them to.
It could never be like that.
No, there's no way. Because it still holds up.
Isn't that crazy though? If you think about it, like that, man. What is it like that feel? Like I try to capture. So that feeling, like that old school. What was that? 1970s or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So a lot of like I try to capture that because that how though, but.
Yeah, I don't know. Especially like it still holds up now, but at that time when it came out, like there were people like passing out, people throwing up in the movie theater. Like, if you can get that, forget about it. Oh my God.
See,
that's why I'm worried about the remake.
Okay. See, that's what they said about Terrifier 2. People were.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it yet, unfortunately.
But what I'm saying is, you got to get into the right hands so they can market it.
Exactly.
And now I think they're at 13 million.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Last time I checked, it was like 12. So I know they're at like 13 now.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. You got to market it right.
Right.
Get into the right hands.
Yeah. All right. This question generally gets people judged the most, and it's the last question. So you're putting on your dream concert, and this is just for you. You don't have to sell tickets to this shit or nothing.
Okay.
You have 4 acts, dead or alive. I need to know who they are, obviously, group, individual artist, and then also the order that they're going in.
Okay. Michael Jackson first.
Oh shit! First, okay.
Michael Jackson. Wow. Kendrick Lamar. Second. Wow.
Have you seen Kendrick live? Did you see him last time he came here?
Crazy, huh?
Incredible.
That dude is a monster.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Sugar Hill in the game. Nas.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. They all got to follow Michael, though. You know what I mean? Michael opens up the show, and then it's like, I mean, Kendrick, that live show was incredible. Sugar Hill game. Oh, it was probably the second best concert like that, stadium concert that I've been to.
Really?
Yeah. And the only other one was the one that was better than that to me was Watch the Throne. I went to Vegas and saw Jay-Z and Kanye together.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it was incredible.
Of course. I know they went all out.
It was just 3 hours of them.
Woo!
But
I could imagine.
Yeah, but Kendrick was amazing. And the way he put on a show, you can watch it right now on Amazon in Paris. I think that's where they recorded it. And it's the same show he did here in Salt Lake. Just his control, the way the show's put together, when he brings other art, like he brings Keem out.
That dude is amazing, bro.
Yeah.
Like for real, he's a beast with
he's the best that we have right now. Like younger generation, he's the best.
Oh yeah.
There's no question.
Hands down.
I just I wish there was more work, but I understand why there isn't too. Like, because everything he's put out's been amazing to me. And I think maybe if you put out more, maybe it's oversaturated and it doesn't hold up to the quality.
Dang. What did Denzel say? He said, if you drink a lot of water, drink enough water, you'll drown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's Kendrick. Like, he know what he doing.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
he knows what he doing.
And you think about that album, his last album, like nobody was doing anything like that. Nobody has done anything like that. Being that vulnerable and talking about things that like really affect men.
What I'm saying.
Yeah.
He telling his story.
Yeah.
And that's what we need. Yeah, so hip hop back in the day, man, it was a lot of like positive, real shit that we used to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot nowadays, it's a lot of talking about, just bullshit, just trying to make money, of course, But that's what they're putting out there to us, to our kids and stuff. But yeah, Kendrick, that's what I'm saying. He talk about that real, that real.
Yeah.
And that's what I try to put out there.
Yeah.
Even in my horror movie, that real shit.
Yeah. Yeah, because you have underlying themes in the movie that aren't necessarily just horror.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm excited for Algia, man. I'm, whatever I can do to help, obviously let me know.
Okay.
I'll share the shit out of it. You know what I mean? At this point, it seems like that would be my best route. But you know what I mean? If you need somebody to work the door at the premiere, as far as taking tickets, I used to do that. I did that at 16.
Down. You got to sit down.
Oh,
and
I would
watch
love
it
that.
with us,
No, I want to do that too. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, you tell me what you need.
Okay, bet.
Where can everyone find you? Where can everyone find Inglewood Films? Obviously, we talked about, we didn't even touch on all of the films that you do or have done. But, I know Tubi, I know Amazon, but where's one place someone can go to get all the information they need on Inglewood Films?
TheInglewoodFilms.com. So check us out. Yep. Go to our website and you could go through all our projects and you could just click it and it'll take you to all the different platforms you could go to. So
perfect.
That's the one site you could go to where you could find everything. And got some new projects coming out that, that just got picked up by some heavy hitters. So
nice.
Watch out for that. Yep.
Beautiful. One thing I forgot to ask you about, and one thing that I need to dig into more, because I've only seen one of them, is ghost vlogs. Mm-hmm. I'm big on that shit, right? I love the, ghost adventures, ghost encounters.
White people love that shit.
I know. I don't know what our problem is. You know what I mean? Just testing fate.
So when we first put that out on Amazon, oh my goodness, I was shocked.
Yeah.
Because, that's not my thing.
Right.
I just wanted to do something different.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to see if it was real, first of all. I wanted to see if that shit was real. And when we finished it and put it on Amazon the first time, but I added two more episodes, since then, and it's gonna be on different platforms, just getting picked up now. But I was like, man, like it was through the roof. Yeah, it was like 100, 200, almost got to 1 million viewers. And I was just like, what the?
So
like,
there's
that's
a lot of white people out there, JD, that enjoy that stuff, like you said.
Man, I was surprised. And that's when Amazon used to pay like pretty good. You know what I mean? But now they don't pay hardly nothing. But yeah, man, the ghost vlogs, crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but the energy is definitely real, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I'm filming, like I don't talk. If Mario trying to talk to me to get me to talk, I look at her like, shut the fuck up. Like, nope, don't do it. I will not talk. I don't want nothing to like attach to me, go home. Like, man. Yeah, that stuff real, man. The energy, I felt it.
Yeah.
Asylum 49, oh my goodness.
Yeah, you shared that story on the Halloween episode of what you saw there.
Oh yeah, it's not right, man.
Yeah.
Like for real. It's not right.
Yeah. All right, we're going to save some more of that shit for around Halloween. We don't want to be creeping people out. So again, it's the Inglewood Films.
TheInglewoodFilms.com.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. All right, man. I appreciate you. Anything else you want to plug? Anything else you want to put out there before we bounce?
Hey, I just want to let you know I appreciate you guys for supporting us and continue to support us. We trying to put out these stories, these good messages out there. So help us put it out there.
For sure. Thank you, bro.
Thank you. Appreciate you.